February 24th, 2018. Here with Saul Yager, legendary swing clarinetist from the 40s, 50s, 60s. So let's get right into it.
And 30s.
And 30s, yes. Born 1922, playing since 1935, right?
That's right.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Which puts you at 95 years old right now, which is unreal. So once you really got into once you got into gear with playing, how often were you playing each week live when you were at your...
I was working like 7 days a week.
Wow.
7 days a week, and Saturday and Sunday brunch. 9 days a week. Unbelievable.
Wow. All right. That's awesome. That's
a lot of playing.
That's that's more than anyone I can think of has gotten to play. That's great. I know there's an extensive list, but what were some of the highlights of people you got to play with over the years?
Benny Goodman, Steve Allen, Gene Krupa, Harry James, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Tommy Dorsey, and Glenn Miller.
Jeez, that's just a nice little list you got there.
Unbelievable.
Wow. All right. So you got to teach Steve Allen how to be like Benny Goodman and play the clarinet for
the Benny Goodman movie,
yes,
made in 1955.
Yes. How did that come about? How did they approach you for that?
Well, they approached Steve Allen.
Okay.
And they said to Steve, I think it would be a good idea to get yourself a teacher.
Yep.
Teach you how to hold the clarinet and how to play it.
Right.
And you suggest anybody. He says, I thought the best person would be Saul Yaged.
And he knew of you?
He knew of me.
Wow.
I don't know how, where, or when.
Wow.
That's how we got around.
That must have been a pretty incredible call to get.
That's right.
And
I went out there with my wife and my 2 children. We stayed out there for a month. We stayed at the... I'm trying to say the name of the hotel in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, you told me it a few weeks ago. I forgot what it was though.
What was the name of the hotel?
I don't know. You told me a few weeks ago. I can't remember. But after the movie, did Steve Allen ever continue playing clarinet?
Yes, he kept on studying with me for another 6 months.
Yep.
And I did his shows several times.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
He was very nice to me,
Yep.
He was a lovely man.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed on the back of the album it says that he's thinking of continuing his interest. So you have 3 albums out.
At least, yes.
Let's talk about each. So it might as well be Swing, 1956. What year did you record that? You record that in 56 or 55?
No, you mean it might as well be Swing, 1955.
Okay, and it came out in 56.
Correct.
Okay. And that's your only studio album.
Correct.
Okay. Then, and notably of which Harry Shepard is.
Can I get the napkins, please? Thank you, sir. Yep. Have a nice day. Thank you, everybody.
I'll let you buy here.
Harry Shepard vibraphone, right?
Yes, still around, still playing, which is incredible.
Yeah, he's in California, living out there now.
Or he's in he's in Texas.
Is it Texas?
He's Texas. Yeah.
Why did I think of California?
Maybe you like California. But maybe he was in California, I don't know, but he's lived in Texas
You're right, he was in California for a short while.
Okay.
Then he moved to Texas.
Because anytime I've ever talked to him, he's always been in Texas. Okay, and your second release is a live album, Jazz at the Metropole, 1961.
Correct.
And that's with Coleman Hawkins.
Right.
And now that was just a live set that you played at the Metropole.
Well, we played that. We did the actual location in the studio. That we did in the studio.
Oh, so that is a studio album.
Oh yes.
Oh, I didn't know it because with the Metropole being a venue and with it being called Jazz at the Metropole, I figured it was live. So it's not. So it's a studio album.
Oh, definitely was a studio.
So it's you, Coleman Hawkins, and other musicians in the studio.
Harry Shepard on vibraphone.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Harry's on that one too. Okay, that's cool. I did not know that. That's cool. So you actually have now your third and final LP, One More Time, 1967. What is that? Is that?
I don't know. It was a very strange thing. They put my clarinet with a rock and roll band. I don't know why they did that, but they did.
Sounds familiar.
I made the best of it, but I don't think it was a proper thing for me.
Was that a live show or was that in the studio?
In the studio.
Really?
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So they're all studio albums.
All studio.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. It's weird because some of the print on what I remember reading said that it was live at whatever.
Well, maybe one track or so could have been taken live.
But you went to the studio to record all three of these.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. I did not know that. And so the third one was you were playing with a rock and roll band.
Right.
Interesting. So how come you haven't put out a record since 1967?
I didn't know Tino. Not for Tino, I wouldn't even be here having a fruit salad.
Hey, you might be here having a fruit salad. You never know. You served in the Army, correct?
A couple of years.
And your wife Zelda ended up saving your life.
She did.
If you want to explain that.
Transferred to a band just before we went overseas.
Okay.
My wife saved my life, you know.
And the company, the Army company that you were in, they all got wiped out, correct? Every single one of them. That's.
What was the name of that thing that they?
I was trying to look that up the other night because I remember you told me. I actually have no idea what that's called when they wipe out like the whole.
Right, the whole regiment.
Yeah.
The whole company.
Yeah. That's like.
I know you have it on your machine.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Your apartment is amazing. It's something like you never see anymore because nothing's been changed since like the 50s or 60s.
The 50s.
There's vinyl records everywhere. The oldest air conditioners I've ever seen. You do have one TV, but it's from like the 80s and you've never touched it. You don't use it at all, and it's just sitting in the corner of your room. I don't even know if it's plugged in. Which the way you live is very natural, and it's very, I feel like you're one of the last like human beings left. You know what I'm saying? Everything today. I mean that too, man. I mean, because
you said that very nicely.
Everybody today is so addicted. It's phone, but you so with someone like me and someone like everyone on this planet. With being addicted to technology and all that, what do you do on a normal day for fun? What's your,
I take a rest as much as possible and get myself set up for the next day.
And what do you do just for fun? Do you obviously you play the clarinet?
I listen to music.
Okay.
Play the clarinet. I'll go to jazz concerts.
Nice. That's cool. And you play clarinet pretty much every day.
Exactly.
And when you listen to music, do you mostly still your vinyl record collection?
Oh yeah.
And CD player, you have one too?
Yes.
Okay. But most of the time you spin just old records, which is incredible. There's stacks of them all over his apartment, which is incredible. Let's see. How often do you play out these days? Because I know jazz clubs are very scarce compared to what they used to be.
You took the words right out of my mouth. There are very few jazz clubs around. At one time, there were jazz clubs 7 nights a week, and Saturday and Sunday brunch.
Yep.
But they're all gone. There's nothing around anymore.
So now you just...
There used to be a place called the Red Blazer.
Okay.
That was around for 30 years.
Yep. And now at this point, is it just kind of whoever calls you for
Right,
whatever.
Like if I get a call from Mr. Tino.
You got a call 4 or 5 months ago for like a same day show, right? And you just close by to your apartment too, right?
Yeah.
They called it, and you just walked there and played. That's
Just walk by and play.
incredible, absolutely incredible. You're just I can't even put it into words. Are you working on anything new?
Right now I'm working with a gentleman by the name of Mr. Tino, and we're putting the material on different records, and we're going to put it out shortly.
Excellent. I wonder who this character is. Well, it's just everything you do, and the fact that you're still doing this, and you have determination, and you can still play, and you exist. I mean, this whole thing is just mind blowing, and so thank you for your determination and just and caring, and you can tell this is a real passion of yours, because it keeps you alive, man. You keep doing it, and you're clearly going to do it.
You're going to be invited to my 100th birthday. I'm letting you know right now. You're coming to my party.
Oh my God, that'd be incredible.
You're going to be there.
You got to live like Irving Fields, 101. Incredible.
101, huh?
That'd be incredible.
Unbelievable.
So that.
How old was the other gentleman on that show?
Five-ish. He died at I think it was like 93 or so. I think. You know what? Let me pull out my technology, and we'll look this up. Five-ish Finkel. He was. Well, let me pull up his Wikipedia page. 93.
No kidding.
93, yeah.
Okay.
And I think he was 91 or something when you played with him.
Right. We did the show at,
Yeah.
what was the name of the school?
I forget where it was. Actually, I mean, I didn't have that as a question,
It
but
was a college.
that's worth talking about.
Baruch College.
Sorry,
You're right
sorry.
about that.
Yeah, so you got together with Irving Fields, who was 99 at the time, Five-ish Finkel, who was 91 at the time, and you were 90 at the time. And whose idea was it to get that together? If you can recall.
I don't remember whose idea it was.
You basically got a call to do it, and we're just like, okay. And you guys played. I'm imagining you and Irving Fields played some songs, and Five-ish told some jokes.
And we did a little background music for Five-ish Finkel.
Okay.
And he told a story.
Yeah.
We played a little background.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Because I saw the New York Times covered that. There's a video of you guys rehearsing on the internet and all that type of stuff. So that's awesome. And Irving Fields was very good on the piano for 99 years old. He was so fast. I was just like, oh my God.
Very good. You're right.
But he's like you. He just doesn't seem anywhere close to his age, and it's just mind blowing. So that's all the questions that I had in mind. Anything that you'd like to add or say to fans or anything like that whatsoever?
Oh, I just want to thank you, Mr. Tino, for inviting me to do your show. Because without you, nobody would recognize me, except you. You put me on the map, and you know what I like about you? You also took me off. Took me on and off.
Well, we got to put you back on. We got to put you back on. 95 years old, you're gonna have a new record. I mean, can you think of someone else that's 95 that would have a new record? That's just saying that sounds ridiculous, but it's real. So, thank you so much, Saul. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
A couple things I would like to add to that interview. Just things like corrections and stuff that we had talked about later that weren't totally accurate. Basically, pertaining to his discography. So there's it's kind of a strange arraignment. So it might as well be swing is is technically not his only studio album, because it turns out, according to him, as far as he can best recall, Jazz at the Metropole, it was recorded at the Metropole, but it wasn't in a live setting. He said there was like microphones and studio equipment brought in to record them there, so they did it at the venue, but it wasn't like a live show. So that would technically be another studio album. And I just talked to Harry Shepard, the vibraphone player that played on both It Might As Well Be Swing and Jazz at the Metropole, and he didn't remember how it was recorded too. He was like, he's like I was on that one. I'm like, yeah, you're on that one. He's like, oh, he's like, I certainly don't remember. But yeah, so that would technically be the a second studio recording, which means that the other things that are out are live. And there's actually a few, I don't know if you can see it so well, but so there's It Might As Well Be Swing, the first record, and then there's a lot, I don't know if this is live or what this is, but there's a reel-to-reel, yeah, I think it's a studio recording. It was for promo only, it says. It wasn't a official release. And then there's the live, Jazz at the Metropole. And then there's these three things here, which I have a couple versions of, apparently in black and white and in color. But there's Live at the Gaslight Club, and One More Time. So it's really disorganized, but they have 3 live LPs from the Gaslight Club. Which it's really, I don't even know. So based on the LP, I mean the year, you can see the year unknown. I mean, but based on the catalog number, it looks like, yeah, let me see. Yeah, it looks like this one, or this cover, is the first one, and then One More Time would be the second one, and then there's a third one, which is this, which I've never seen that before, but I do see a few that are for sale, so I'll have to pick that up. But they put those out like themselves. I guess he was saying that the drummer, Sam, however you say it, Ulano, kind of orchestrated those and put those out. So that was an update, because I think earlier in the interview I said that Jazz the Metropole was live, and it turns out it wasn't live. So pretty much 2 studio albums. The rest are live, minus, of course, a couple single EPs, Easy Living, single, and Do You Know How It Feels to Be Lonely, One More Time, which are just some 7-inch singles, which I do not have either. Another funny update, which this blew my mind, but we were going through his record collection later in the day after we did some recording, and he hadn't been through his collection in like 50 years and whatnot, and there was a CDs, a couple CD versions of things, and like he was referring to them as 45s, I had to ask him, like, wait a minute, do you know what a CD is? And like straight up, he didn't know what a CD was, and not because he's like he's sharp. He's awesome. He's scarily sharp for a 95-year-old man. Like remembers details and things that you would just, someone my age would never. So he's actually super sharp, but he's just so old school, in like it's it's not his time period, and he didn't know what a CD was, and he doesn't have a CD player. He didn't know whether he had a CD player or not, because I think he's heard the term, but I looked, and he just has 2 record players, and he hasn't used them, he said, in 50 years. He just listens to music on a jazz station on his little alarm clock radio. He didn't know. I had to explain to him the difference between like a vinyl record and like that gets sound by scratching the groove of a needle, and I showed him the CD. I'm like, a laser like reads the information on the bottom of this, and like people like them, they were introduced in the 80s, and they're, people like them. You can put it in the car, listen to it, you can copy it to the computer, which is a whole other field of things I would to explain to him. But it was just mind blowing to see somebody like authentically just from that generation that's just doesn't exist anymore, that literally just didn't know what a CD was. I mean, that's just, for me to see that in my lifetime is wild. Yeah, that's the complete Saul Yager update. Good things coming this year. Check it out.